Chef Lab, a local-based amateur football club, has donated learning materials to its players, both male and female, and other nearby community vulnerable children. UFWAD have embarked on a day-long sensitization workshop in a bid to capacitate and start to raise awareness among different sectors ahead of the 2023 election.
After so many interviews,
lockdown could legally for global multimedia online TV.
Welcome back. Now for the news in detail. Today, strengthening her education, she supplied assaulted school material to vulnerable girls in the Yelisanda Community Junior Secondary School. She is a non-profitable community-based organization that nurtures the interests of less privileged, vulnerable girls in the country. Our team witnessed this donation. Diana Samuel Davis Cabo put this together and now reports.
Every child has the right to a safe, formal, quality education and access to a lifelong learning. However, due to a combination of factors, many girls are forced to leave schools, whilst others never have the opportunity to go in the first place. This has been clear for developing countries over the past 5 decades, in which Sierra Leone is not an exception. Government in and government out can't address all the problems faced in different sectors, which has given massive inclusion of community-based organizations to help cushion its effects. Today, strengthening education supplies assorted schools materials to vulnerable girls in the Yelisanda Community Junior Secondary School. She is a non-profitable community-based organization that nurtures the interests of the less privileged and vulnerable girls in the country. During the past years, the organization is engaged in numerous activities which have to do with girls' advocacy, education, protection and empowerment to elevate girls' welfare that will enable them to involve in the decision-making process. The principal, Ibrahim George Kama of the Yelisanda Community Junior Secondary School, said the organization has been coming here to support us since 2019. And today again, they came to supply our pupils' school materials. Speaking to this medium, he expressed his appreciation and explained our key relevancies.
Tell Allah thank you. We'll get some philanthropists when staff na the University of McKinney, where they come from McKinney this morning, but they don't be the kind since 2019. They don't help we at this school. Today they make her up again for come assist we picking there. That is like a kind of support to the girl child. I feel somehow grateful and appreciable because for making gets that kind of people they are, for can help with girl picking them. I really appreciate the effort they do.
In an intense interview with the program's coordinator, Gabriel Sisse, he emphasized the vital roles the organization has played in promoting girls' education.
Well, we try as best as possible because in generality, when you look at this community, the people they are, they all deprived one or the other, okay? But we look the most vulnerable. Now they try for pick out from them picking there. They all, if we get the opportunity, we will help them all. Or we're not able to help them all, but we take the most deprived and as able to select. Of course, this organization does start since 2019 and we begin now with advocacy for Canada community and tell people then about the importance of education, for tell parents and guardians about the importance of education, the teachers them as well. So the Yelisanda community who this with today, now a place where we don't get contact with people then. Alright, for a very long time, since 2019, as I tell you, we don't meet with them, we don't talk with them, we don't tell them, say, we come at least for not our best to really help. But like, not we get the financial support as a start, but now because we get the support from UK and our partners them, we see say at least we can do real effort. How best we will help this community, and then they make the council we have to do. We can make a tangible presentation of material. We comprise of books, without bags, without mathematical sets, without pencils, and without pens, as well as uniforms. So then picking that we don't select for them to see how best we will support their education.
Aisha Sisse is a beneficial. Thanks to she for supporting them during this crucial time, as this supply will go a long way.
I want to tell her thank you for waiting do for we. May God bless her.
Reporting for Global Multimedia Television Weekly Room News, I am your reporter Diana Samuela Davis Cowbo.
Chef Lab is a football foundation that believes in investing in sports and education. As a football club not only engaging in developing its players' professional career but also focusing on intensifying and strengthening their education. This donation came at a time when the country is battling with economic and inflation crisis, where parents are struggling and finding it difficult to afford school materials. What prompted this move and how it happened? Our base football correspondent, Augusta Samuela Alice-Cabo, was part of this donation and filed in this report.
In a bid to strengthen education and motivate young football players in the country, Chef Lab donated a manifold of assorted school items to their football club at Pine Lab community in Makeni City. Chef Lab is a football foundation that believes in investing in sport and education for young people in rural areas in Sierra Leone with incredible potential but little opportunity for the development of student athletics and community at large. As a football club, not only engage in developing football careers but also focuses on intensifying and strengthening education in the country.
The day for not for ball no more, for say for go play, but always the monitor na education. The girl picking that they continue for encouraging them. Girl picking where the ball, they will see you more than the boy here. Where girl picking do anything at the country, they develop the country more past the boy picking.
This donation came at a time when the country is battling with economic and inflation crisis, where parents are struggling and finding it very difficult to afford school materials. This move was integral and timely in contributing to national development. We talked with some beneficiaries to know their impression of this kind gesture. Daniela Tarawali, a female football player, and Alpha Toure. They explained the rationale and their impression.
Yes, I feel glad and they don't help we for going to school because some of the people are not able to afford anything there for we, but they don't help we for they able help we for afford for we anything there for going to school. So glad for that. My message to them for tell them plenty thank you for the big support they don't can give me. I want for tell them for say we say them put me God add them more and more.
They play for the biggest team in the song, Chef Lab. Then I play as midfielder in the role. Really, education value towards me football career because it therefore helped me a lot. Throughout education, I therefore improve a lot because I not just play ball and I not consider ball education. And what I learn, like the level where they rest now, so SS, and I try for getting requirements now. It will be successful for me, and if I don't get me requirements, I'm able to play fair football.
In an interview with the founder and executive director, he highlights how Chef Lab came about and the intention he has for the team.
Chef Lab now an amateur football team and we developed into a football foundation in 2017. As you can see, just around this community, and then we get a bunch of lads them where they come around me, where they help me small, and then we decide to do something with them where we do a small research. We know say some of them be the go school and some not be the go school. So as a foundation, we take them up upon ourselves for register in our school, and then from that point we start the football team, and that's how we've been going on until this moment. Well, for we as a foundation, we first commitment now to make sure say we give the picking access to education. When are something very important, as we see the way the game they evolve right now. Without education, you don't get a place in this world. So for them as footballers, for them as young citizens, the way they come up, we think say the best way we can do possible for shape them character, for shape them discipline-wise, and for make sure say we expose them to education. We have also Chef Lab become a household name in a salon when it comes to amateur football, under 15, under 17, whatever amateur level you talk about. We have to also see Chef Lab compete at the highest international stage because this is Chef Lab. What we now see today, now what we done to do for the past 5 years, and now what we plan for continue for do. And the only way we're able to continue to do this, now when we get people of like minds, we will get people that we appreciate, we innovative thinking for bringing the kind of program they're about. come on board for can support we. So with the appeal to parastatals, to the government specifically, they don't do well, and they don't show we interest small. So we want to see them come in full time. With the appeal to businesses there, as soon as I can see football jazz, we get so many sides for advertise for now. We get the sleeve, we get the back, we get the front, we get so many sides. And so anybody, whatever business you do where you need advertisements, because this is not just a local football team. This is not a team we get intention for going internationally, and most of our games there, we can make sure say we record them, we can broadcast them. So this also a business opportunity for people that are into business for use this team as a platform for advertising job and for advertising business what they do. So I can support you, we're open to sponsorship. We'll get a website when at www.cheflab.fc@wordpress.com, and I can check the website and I can see what they do, and I can go on Facebook and I can see what they do.
Supporting students during learning increase their attention and focus to all their education seriously as the soccer game goes with formal education. Global Multimedia Television, Weekly Home News. I am Samilia Alice Augusta Cargo reporting.
Following a backdrop in recent months, the country suffered brutal and protests which ravaged innocent citizens and security personnel's life, leaving the country on this high alert for insecurity. As a result of this terrible, worrisome indication, UFWAD, through its partners, raising awareness and sensitizing citizens about non-violence as the country approaches the 2023 election. Diana Samuel Davis Cabo was part of this conference and put this together.
Following the backdrops in recent months, the country suffered brutal riots and protests which ravaged innocent civilians and security personnel's lives, leaving the country on high alert for insecurity as a result of this terrible, worrisome indication. WUFRED thought it wise that it's time to raise awareness and sensitize citizens about non-violence since the country is going the election shortly. This conference aimed at preventing and tackling violence in the forthcoming election, especially for female aspirants, in ensuring they are safe and participate free and fair during the election process. The project manager started by taking this medium about the project and what and how Ayush Aid is supporting women who have aspiration to occupy leadership position in their communities, town and national level.
6 years, we not only take them just for let them come occupy the space of leadership. What will we do? Over the years, we will do mentoring and coaching. We will mentor the woman that will coach them in different topics like decision making, public speaking, how they will know their rights. What it means for being a woman in society. What are the rights that we get as a woman in society. So that woman that will say, we the end goal, what we look at, the bigger picture, is about that woman that are able to talk for themselves, represent themselves, and also occupy spaces of leadership in our society.
Representative from PPRC compliments the effort of WUFRED, that WUFRED is one of the organizations that the PPRC has so much respect for immediately after the 2018 election. Whilst other organizations are quiet, WUFRED is one among the few organizations that continues to engage the public on sensitive related matters.
We almost say election non-violence are one of the elements now and the way we all arm together. And the non-violence aspect now one of the core mandates of the PPRC. So already WUFRED will do so for complement the effort of PPRC will make we get violence-free elections come 2023. So we tell WUFRED plenty thank you for that. As the commission they continue to get so much respect from and we believe say for make we get a non-violent election in 2023, we all get to be proactive rather than being reactive. Proactive in the sense, like that kind of conversation, that kind of dialogue, we for continue for day among the women there. We almost say one of the major two ways some powerful male politicians they can use or prevent women then for actively participate in decision-making process and violence. Because they don't say the women we count ala and count first. We don't want to say that we don't prove. So we believe say violence enough to be part of the democratic process. Anybody where they instigate or influence young people for being violent, that politician will not get the message for the people. When I take out today from PPRC, and that's one of the greatest adoption with the commission has done. Any politician where they use violence, say forget that people picking them, young energetic young people, and maybe we go on the streets, go do violent demonstration, go do so. No, you don't get the message for the young people, you don't get plan for them. Because in all of those violence, me not sure, PPRC not believe say in plenty of them election violence, the politicians are picking them in the door. No, they're not in the door. If even the worst case, they within the district or within the country, they don't underbid. They don't inside them. Now the vulnerable and the gullible young people, now they send at it for what struggle.
From the security sector, in attendance was the LUC. He was part of this conference. He explained the measures they have put in place and how prepared they are for the forthcoming election.
Drastic and draconian measures. This time around, this coming election. One, we embark on massive sensitization. We made them with policemen and they go all out. Then the boys sensitize the public. Waiting for them and waiting not for them before, during, and after the election. In fact, after the election, now we get more problems. More than before. And moreover, when they make sure that they're taking off intoxicants before, during, and after election, we reduce them to a maximum, to a bare level. They are taking off intoxicants, like this crucial worker, even some police and military. Let them work. When you as a security apparatus, where make the take, if the military self, the integrity, you put them so low. You don't find anybody when you commit any electoral malpractice. You involve yourself in this coming election. To be frank, would they investigate you to the last? Whether you get a connection, if you get a connection, say help, would they disconnect that connection?
In an executive interview with the founder and CEO of FUFAD, Emilia Jengo Kamara, she explains to us what inspired this move.
We want to see as an organization how we start the discussion, how we start the engagement with regards to the aspect of non-violence. It is clear in Sierra Leone, whether we like it or not, that during elections, depending on the side where you did, depending on the kind things the way we say, violence they occur. And let we not misinterpret violence for just be say the facts the way they go on. Even some of the words the way they use, some of the languages the way they use, some of the things the way they say against other political parties or against other members them, the amount of violence, as long as that thing action where you they do, where they intimidate the other person or make that other person feel like say he or she is not a human being, for me I think say that's a very serious one. Well, as an organization, we na people the way believe say it better for let we be proactive than we react to issues them wey don't happen. And so we want for believe say when you allow the thing not for happen at all, you prevent them, it more better, it more lesser in terms of expenses than where the damage don't already happen, and then you want for control that damage day. So for we are inspired from the fact say we want a peaceful Sierra Leone, we want a peaceful society. We don't want a society who side people they see themselves as an enemy. What's important to we now how we go develop this country what we call Sierra Leone.
Global Multimedia Television Weekly Room News. I am Diana Samuel Davis Cabo reporting.
The Students Representative Council, XRC, ended an Academic Outstanding Leadership Award Banquet and Dinner 2022. The theme, creating a fertile ground for sustainable educational development, the role of the student. Our team was part of this dinner. Let's have the highlights of the event.
Thank you for having me. I am Idrissa Jerry, your host for today's Red Carpet. Well, it is the SRC, Students Representative Council at the University of Makeni, hosting their annual Academic Excellence Award. What are the new things embedded in this Dinner and Excellence Award? We are yet to have different people on our red carpet.
My name is Almamidu Akoma, and I'm a student at the University of Makeni. I'm pursuing political science and that of international relations. For me, this is a thoughtful idea from the SRC government to bring up your initiative in recognizing those who have contributed outstandingly towards the leadership of the university and of course the student body.
I'm Umar Sisse, like I said, the former Minister of Education and Academic Affairs.
Okay.
And I hold the position as the Executive Director and founder of Dream International Model United Nations.
Okay.
Also founder and Executive Director of UNIMAC Study Aid Board. Wow. I am the Presidential Advisor.
I think it's not a mistake you've been invited. You are indeed a leader.
Sure.
So what motivates this dress code? You're putting on red and blue. Tell us something about
it. Red, blue because it symbolizes hope, and red because it gives me confidence.
Wow. So let's move on. This is the Academic and Outstanding Award night. What do you make up of this?
This shows the leadership qualities of the president, and also to actualize his dream in actually seeing how best he could recognize the presence and the ability and the successes students and leaders around the country.
Let me join my guest. Is Mr.
Bashir Kuma.
And you are Mr. Bashir Kuma. Please introduce yourself so people will know you better. You need a more introduction.
Sure. I am Bashir Kuma. Serve as student representative council chairperson.
Okay.
And of course, I serve as also as RTA, research teaching assistant for the University of Makeni, and also serving as a communication expert for Leon Rock Metal Group, which is the biggest mining company in Sierra Leone.
A lot of accolades on you. So basically, what does it take to be a leader?
What the zest in itself is about, impacting people and motivate individuals to do more, and also for them to realize their fullest potential. That's what I believe in as a leader. Serving in that particular capacity is about motivating individuals for them to you choose the way, but you allow them for them to realize their fullest potential as an individual. That's basically what I believe.
Yes.
Now in entertainment. The House of Super Talent has successfully ended sexy and colorful Lifetime Remembrance or White Party at the Rhyme prestigious swimming pool. Since the organizers are from UNIMAC, this event attracted the most sexiest ladies and hot guys on campus. I was even part of this party.
Good evening, viewers. This is Global Multimedia Television, and tonight we are right at the Rhyme Hotel witnessing the first edition of the all-white mask pool party. And tonight, I'm your host, Victoria G. Kamara. I'll be taking you through gist, interviewing, gossip, everything you need to know. Now, the net to them be on the hype. The nets, 90 today. So it's my expectation.
Okay, like definitely. Whatever may be my expectations, I already don't see and done because the place look nice and the whites they glow all over the pool. Imagine with all them beautiful lights there and beautiful UNIMAC students. I feel so we cool and we calm and we get the vibe all over. So that is it.
Nandi I go say they say dog the left line belly. So like we not just one can pull all sinado. Now they see for ourselves.
Okay, let dog give left time belly. So
good evening, beautiful lady. You look so hot. You look so beautiful, sexy. The name, please.
I'm Aisatu Kamara.
All right.
Sexy Rihanna.
Sexy Rihanna. Yeah. So sexy Rihanna, are you going to give us a juice tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to give you a juice tonight.
So Mr. Pato, the Mr. Pato everybody don't wait for. So now these are the all-white mass pool party, and tell what is this program they about?
Well, actually, this program here, before they do it first of all, the people we do are not so like a social club, now like an organization where we there for sports the talents them, give them the platform and showcase them, make the people and see what's in they get, and sky for markets and that kind of rightful way. And I the host there about when a House of Super Talents. The program I will do today for launch this organization officially because on day now with 3 years so now plus. But we do officially today for launch this program today for let people know, but we more let them know where the House of Super Talent they about.
I take you for granted. I go there pray for you. Anytime that you need me, I go fight bands for you. Girl, I know to deceive you, my body, my own. My baby boy, I'll ride for you. Even if the road is rocky, I go there for you. Whether it rain or sun, I go buy bands for you. so we can make my money, my body, like oxygen. Hey, hey. Whenever I need somebody, hey, you are the echo that I breathe, the one that I need. Hey, come on, you make me go.
This is all we have for this weekly Rome News. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share more human interest stories within Sierra Leone and beyond. I've been your presenter, Victoria G. Kamara.
After so many interviews,
lockdown could legally